What is up, fam? What's going on, man? I don't really I'm not doing this time at least, that traditional introduction that I do in my videos, you know what I'm saying? Because, as we see the headline here, boxer Dadashev, sorry about if I mispronounce, dies from Friday fight injuries. I don't know if you guys saw that fight. It was against, right there, Subriel Matias. I didn't really see much of the fight. I saw maybe from round seven and on. I don't remember round six, five, because I mostly wanted to watch the Teofimo Lopez fight that night, which I did. I enjoyed it, but after the fight, the Dashev, I just knew it was a war. The rounds I saw was a war, man. And well, I think you guys all know now he died, right? May God rest his soul. You know what I mean? So condolences to his family. I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about this. Some videos ago, one of my first videos on my channel, I clearly expressed that I don't call any boxer a bum. I try not to do that to my best of my ability because I mentioned in that video that I respect all fighters, man. Anybody who steps in the ring, I gotta respect them because fighting is not a game, you guys. I mean, the sport of boxing, the sport of UFC. I actually want to talk to you about this a little bit concerning UFC because there was something that resonated when I heard this news today, and it actually resonated after the Dadashev fight. If you guys didn't know, he after that fight, right after they called the quits, his corner, the trainer, was sitting there talking to Dashev and, asked him if he really wanted to continue. And, he pretty much, if I'm not mistaken, the trainer, threw in the towel. He said, no, no more, no more. And they carried him off the ring. Yeah. So if y'all didn't see that, you know what I'm saying? They carried him off the ring. He was so, beat. He was so affected, by the fight because it was a war, man. They were going back and forth all night, man. It was crazy. And, they walked him off the ring, carrying him practically. And then he started, I think, trying almost vomiting. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know if he vomited anything, but he was vomiting, and then they took him out in the stretcher, and then it just got from bad to worse. So the reason why I mention this is that this resonates. This fight right here. I'm sorry, just link espnboxing.com. Yeah, espn.com. Sorry, leave linked in the description. So, and then we have here on mmafighting.com. I don't know if you guys saw this fight. I really don't watch UFC. Sometimes I do. Just I like to watch the fighting. The skills, mostly the boxing skills that they bring to the table. These fighters, and specifically, I don't know if you guys saw this fight, John Jones versus Thiago Santos. It was a great. I like the fight. I mean, a lot of people didn't. A lot of people didn't get what they expected, I suppose, as far as a brawl. It was a really skilled matchup. John Jones and Santos, I mean, they were just boxing most of the fight. That's why I enjoyed it. A lot of boxing skills there, kicking, kickboxing, but a lot of boxing, and I really liked it. But the reason why I talk about this fight is, after this fight in particular, they were walking John Jones out of the octagon. Yeah, he was so, hurt in the leg, inflammation, if I'm not mistaken. I'm thinking his left leg. I don't remember because they were kicking each other a lot, man. And so, they walked him off the ring too, off the octagon. I don't know if you guys paid attention to that again, in that fight, UFC 239. And I enjoyed that fight, but and that made me think when they were carrying him off, he couldn't really walk, after the fight. And he was, I mean, that made me reflect when I saw them carrying John Jones, champion, out the octagon. Sorry, I started thinking and reflecting how serious the fight game is. You know what I'm saying? And we got to respect all these guys, man. We got to respect all the fighters that go in the ring. This reminds me of what was that dude's name? I forgot his name, man. Deontay Wilder rematched him twice. He rematched him. What the heck is his name? I forgot his name, man. I had it. It always these names in the boxes are in my mind. It just slipped my mind. Deontay Wilder knocked him down twice. He beat him. No, he fought a guy. Some time ago, a heavyweight. I think they went to 12 rounds, and he rematched him and knocked him out. Stavern, there you go. Thanks, Stavern. So, and Stavern, you guys see how he got knocked out, man. I mean, so you got to respect all these fighters, man. Whoever it is, guys, who goes in the ring, we got to respect them. You know what I'm saying? I understand when people call them opponents' bombs or tomato cans, et cetera, et cetera. I understand. It's just an expression of, it's not an expected opponent. It's not maybe a, elite fighter. But, we got to understand, man, we got to respect these guys. You know what I'm saying? These guys, they put their lives on the line, you know what I'm saying? And this just, this just goes to show, and it brings us to reality a little bit more when somebody dies, man, in the sport of boxing, and it's really sad. Recently we lost Pernell Whitaker. May he rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't die in the ring though. Pernell Whitaker, he died in another, senseless tragedy. Accident. I don't know the details, but a tragedy, man. So, but we see here another example, man, where a boxer dies from, injuries in the ring. You know what I'm saying? So, man, respects to his family, condolences to his family, and guys, it just helps us, respect fighters, more. These kinds of things that happen, just imagine what his family's going through. I don't know anything about this boxer really. If he has family, kids, a wife, I don't know, but I know that, whatever the situation may be, man, it's really sad. So I mean, much respect, hats off to the Dadashev, and yeah, man, that's the sport of boxing, guys, and we got to respect the fight game. You know what I'm saying? Respect the fight game, respect the boxers, anybody who goes in that ring. You know what I'm saying? Like quick example, recent example, Anthony Joshua got knocked down like 4 times, man, 3 times, 4 times, whatever, how many times it was by Andy Ruiz. You got to respect that, guys. He got back up, and thankfully, nothing really happened. He didn't get hurt beyond, like in this case. So, respects, man. So, yeah, man, sad news. I'm sure you guys all know about it. I just want to give you my little, intake on this, input as far as, respecting fighters, man. So, that's what it is, man. Rest in peace. Let's. I liked what Blue Blood Sports TV, shouts out to Blue Blood. He gave a moment of silence, 10 seconds, which was really, really, I'm going to do that. Let's give a moment of silence, guys, and give some prayer out, send some prayer to his family. Let's, starting now. Yeah. Alrighty. So, yeah, man, I just want to, get you guys to, reflect on these things and respect all fighters, guys. Renee Boxian, shots out from Mexico. Peace, family.